very good morning. Namaste, Vidya. Nisha Vishnu. Myself, Dr. Ravi Jain, Assistant Professor, Department Practice of Medicine, at Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. In the series of the psychiatric disorders, today we are going to start with a very small chain of three disorders, that is dementia, Parkinsonism, and Alzheimer's disease. So, in today's section, we will be talking about dementia. So, this dementia, how it affects the individuals, and what are the biggest symptoms, investigation, and management. So, this will be a very small or brief session, but it's very important for checking the rate of patients. So, what is dementia? You can look at this picture. The brain is getting eroded slowly and steadily. There is lots of gray matter, white matter, lots of brain functioning. So let's move ahead with dementia. It is basically a degenerative disorder. Degenerative disorder of the nervous system means the brain is getting degenerated slowly and steadily, due to which the brain functions are reducing. It is caused by the degeneration of the cerebral cortex. So there is degeneration of the cerebral cortex without any identifiable cause, external cause. So there is degeneration. The brain is getting degenerated slowly and steadily. There is degeneration of the cerebral cortex, and there is no external cause which can be identified or explained due to which there is degeneration of the brain. That's the cerebral cortex. There are various factors which play an important role in the development of dementia, out of which genetic factors play a very important role. Now, dementia commonly affects 5% of the population over the age of 65 years. So, over the age of 65 years, there is progressive degeneration of the cerebral cortex, and it affects nearly 5% of the population above 65 years. It is characterized by loss of previously acquired intellectual function. So, how the dementia is characterized? Dementia is characterized by loss of intellectual functions that a person has acquired previously in his lifetime, and now he slowly and steadily forgets those functions. In absence of any impairment or arousal. So there is no other impairment, but still there is loss of function previously acquired intellectual functions, which the patient forgets and is not able to function properly due to the degeneration of his cerebral cortex. Dementia also accompanies Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. So there will be a relation between Alzheimer's, Parkinsonism, and dementia, because all of these are old age disorders. So Alzheimer's disease and diffuse vascular diseases are most common causes. So the Alzheimer's disease is the most common causes, and vascular diseases are common causes due to which the patient is getting dementia. So Alzheimer's disease and vascular diseases, due to which the blood supply to the brain is reduced, and hence the patient acquires dementia. Dementia can be rapidly progressive, so it can progress rapidly, or it can be slow progressive, which is going ahead slowly. These are often divided into cortical and subcortical types. So dementia can be divided on the basis of degeneration of the cerebral cortex into two types: cortical and subcortical lesions. It is usually chronic and progressive. So the dementia is usually chronic, and it is progressive. That is, it progress slowly and steadily. Now, what are the different causes of dementia? As I have discussed earlier, Alzheimer's and vascular diseases are the most common causes that are responsible for the development of dementia. There are many other external causes which are seen to cause uh, production of dementia in individuals. So various causes includes the vascular causes, the most important ones, reduced blood supply, and degenerative causes that are Alzheimer's disease. There can be neoplasm tumors in the brain which can develop dementia. There can be various inflammatory diseases, inflammation that can cause dementia. Trauma, external injury is also a very important cause. Hydrocephalus, this is another important cause for development of dementia. There can be various nutritional or toxic causes like nutritional deficiencies and various toxic substances that can cause the development of dementia. And of course, the infections. There can be various kind of infections which are responsible for the development of dementia. Now, what are the clinical features of dementia? Clinical features of dementia includes it is an acquired deterioration in the cognitive ability. So there is acquired deterioration. It is acquired slowly and steadily. And what happens is there is deterioration in the cognitive ability. So the patient is not able to determine or not able to identify cognitive. So understanding and reasoning, all these things are deteriorated. Ability that invades the successful performance of activities of daily living. So all the activities of the daily living that the patient was usually performing, it affects the language's visual spatial ability, calculation, judgment, and problem solving. So these are the very simple things which the patient was usually doing very easily. But as the age progresses, as there is degeneration in the cerebral cortex, as there is regenerations in the brain, so the simple activity, the day-to-day activity which the patient was doing previously, he's not able to complete that. Like the language, he usually forgets the words. There are mistakes in calculations, the mistake in judgment, and various kind of problem solving. He cannot do it properly. There can be neuropsychiatric and social deficits. There can be other neuropsychiatric and social issues like he can have depression. There can be symptoms of withdrawal, that he wants to live alone and not in society because of his problems. There can be various kind of hallucinations and delusions which can become very common. He can become agitated. He can become agitated. There can be so much. He can become angry, agitated, and there can be loss of sleep in the patient, and he has a disinhibition develops. Means he continues to do particular activity without any stoppage. Like if he is counting, he keeps on counting. He's washing hands, he keeps on washing hands. It is loss of disinhibition, means he cannot stop after doing a particular job. How to diagnose the case of dementia? The dementia is a mini mental state examination in small called MMSE. There can be Monterial Cognitive Assessment, that is MOCA. You can also do the Cognizstat are useful for a screening test. Imaging of the head can be done for any lesion. We can look for any kind of EEGs. The blood test can be performed, and these X-rays can be. How to manage the case of dementia? Dementia can be managed by removing the correctable causes. We can check for the causes and see if any correctable cause. Providing support for the patient, we can provide support to the patient, and we can also do anticholinesterase for improving the brain function and decreasing the degeneration. There are various homeopathic medicines like Paretacab, Natrum Sulf, Naxvamic acid, etc., which are very useful in such cases. In the next lecture, we will be discussing about Alzheimer's disease. This was all for dementia today. This session was powered by a digital session, a digital version of Commons University. I hope you are satisfied with the digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box and I'll try to answer. So this was all for today. Thank you very much. We will meet in the next session.